Today I'm promoting my coloring book called Naturally Illustrated. Naturally Illustrated embraces natural black hair and black culture. So women here today are coloring natural hair illustrations. It started back in 2013 when I decided to go natural with my hair. I did the big chop, and what that means is that I cut off all of my dead, damaged hair. And I decided to grow out my hair naturally, meaning I just embraced my natural hair pattern, so my natural coils. By me being also an illustrator, I also wanted to illustrate that journey. So that's what I did in 2015. I decided to illustrate a natural hair coloring book to celebrate, again, black culture, to celebrate natural hair, and give young girls something to look forward to and be proud of.
Fun. I've been coloring, since I was little, and when they were babies, I have an older son, and when they were babies, I had to resort to like dollar store coloring books because I could never find a cool coloring book. So when I found out about Cherie's events, I was really excited and came out. I like her platform. I like the drawings that she does, her illustrations, and it was just a great time to come out and just be in color. And I got him into it. My older son also enjoyed a couple of events, and we've just come to as many of them as we could. I've been drawing and painting since I was younger. And I've done sculpture, just, kind of whatever you feel like. I've done some crafty things. I actually have a degree in art. So, funny story though, I started out as a chemistry major, and one class that made me change my major. So I thought, well, what else do I like to do? I like to draw, I like to paint, I'm creative. So I changed to an art major, And like I said, since they were little, everybody's been coloring and drawing, just around the house. We have a lot of art material around the house.
Like, art has always interested me ever since I was little, and because I get to be creative and kind of just express myself with art. So it's always been interesting, and with this coloring event, it's therapeutic. And then it helps me with be more creative and how to mix colors to make the artwork stand out different.
I'm in for a landing.
Yep. So
Grab a coloring sheet.
grab a coloring sheet. You can sit wherever.
More than one because I need for school
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, awesome. You could take a bucket, but other than that, there's buckets on the table. I'm actually thinking about having like a coloring group. Got some, yeah. Doing so, and then probably teaching some techniques on how to shade.
I mean, with that, your target had a sale.
Oh, I can dig that.
Yeah. I love it. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, it started when I was a very young child. My grandmother, she was the pressing hair ninja. Had that hot comb, had to bend down the ear, make sure she got all into the kitchen. And as styles evolved, I evolved with it. So from perms, pink curls, waterfall ponytails, braids, cornrows, I did it all. Right now, my book just reflects the now as far as embracing the natural hair, but what's also the color book also represents my past growing up in the 90s. The graffiti artwork that I see around Detroit, again, speaking about hair grease and which is something that was big in the 90s, Blue Magic, Dax, again, something that you use to press your hair. So it's more so just the now with some hints of the 90s that I remember growing up. So the adult coloring sessions are so people can know what I'm doing, know about the coloring book because it is self-published. So I want people to be able to experience the coloring book, also congregate and fellowship with each other. So get these beautiful black women here together and coloring and expressing stories. And it's been pretty successful so far. I'm also developing natural hair emojis. So that will also have both men and women represented in that. And then as those emojis evolve, men will be more incorporated into my natural hair journey. It's Black History Month, so I'm really excited about that and being able to introduce this during Black History Month. But it is a celebration of hair, celebration of women, celebration of Black culture.
My dad would read to me. I'd sit on his lap and he would point to words on the book. I think we read The Grasshopper, The Boy and the Bear, and he would point to words like I remember struggling with that, which was really interesting, just thinking about that in my childhood, but sitting on his lap reading with him and then kind of growing into my own reading. And I was a voracious reader when I was in elementary school. I would read everything. So I know reading with my parent really got me to that step, to start developing a love for it and getting introduced to new stuff and finding what I loved about books and learning new stuff just about like famous people or different parts of the world that I don't have a chance to visit, but I can read about and learn about that way. Tonight is our family story time, which we offer once a month. We offer during the week 4 other story times for babies, toddlers, and preschoolers. But this is our only family one, so it includes all ages. The thing about having it at night is our patrons wanted us to offer it at night because a lot of them are working, can't get their kids in during our normal story times. So we wanted to have some type of offering. So right now we're kind of testing the waters, seeing when is a good time to offer it, getting some feedback if Wednesday night is good. We're going to be changing it to Saturdays, coming this in March. We're going to try to start in Saturdays, maybe see if that gets more people or if they like that better. At Storytime, we read books, sing songs, play games, do activities, do crafts, just a whole bunch of stuff. It changes from each story time. Some books I'm going to be reading tonight is A Girl and Her Gator. Some of these are more well-known, some are less well-known, just to give parents or give them an idea of some other things besides classics that they could read to their kids. So Girl and Her Gator by Sean Bryan, illustrated by Tom Murphy is the first one. Duck and Rabbit is pretty popular lately by Amy Krauss Rosenthal and Tom Lichtenheld. Oh, I hope I'm pronouncing those right. And then we're going to do an activity. We're going to be kind of singing. We're going on a bear hunt. By Michael Ross and Helen Oxenbury. And then I'm going to use a felt board to tell the story of Mouse Mess by Lene Riley. So I have some props to go with that, like a mouse. We're going to start with the book A Girl and Her Gator by Sean Bryan, illustrations by Tom Murphy. A Girl and Her Gator. Come on in, have a seat. This is the story of a girl named Claire who discovered a gator on top of her hair. What in the world is happening? Excuse me, she said, I usually share, but I'm not sure I want you staying up there. Just let me hang out, said the gator Pierre. These views are amazing, and I love the fresh air. But my friends will all whisper and gossip and stare. I can't go outside with a gator up there. The gator just smiled and said, Au contraire, you can do anything with a gator up there. You could go to the fair with a gator up there, or give your brother a scare with a gator up there. You could be a zillionaire with a gator up there. Or even eat an eclair, as long as you share, with that snippety-snappity gator up there. I see what you mean. We could be quite the pair, said the girl named Claire to the gator Pierre. But I do have a question. There's one little snare. Anyone guess what the problem is? No? Let's find out. What should a girl wear with a gator up there? That's a good question. Swimwear, ski wear, evening wear, pirate wear? You'll always look pretty. You'll always have flair when you are the girl with the gator up there. So off to the ballet went the gator and Claire, and her friends did whisper and people did stare. How cool is that? She has a gator up there. What could be better? What else could compare? What could be better than a gator? She said, have you met my cousin who lives in Bel Air? He woke up attached to a Kodiak bear. So that was a girl and her gator. That's a cute one. We're currently promoting the Every Child Ready to Read, which has 5 different steps on it. It's different steps to trying to develop your child's reading skills. And children, they'll learn words in natural conversation, just interacting with their parents. But that's kind of a limited vocabulary. When you read, they include words that you don't usually hear in regular conversation. So it's important to read books. And it's also important to interact with your child. It gives you a chance to be with your child and spend time with them. I'd invite everybody watching to bring their child to the library and just experience it. It's one thing to hear about it, it's another thing to come for the programs. Libraries aren't just about books anymore. We offer a lot of different things, and the programs are the fun bits. It really gets kids interested in reading, and it gives you something to do outside of the house instead of sitting at home all day.